Hello guys, how are you all? Welcome to Maktab. This is your physics video series and this is the first lecture of this video series. We are doing this video series on motion and in today's video we will learn about some measurements and we will learn about what do you mean by distances. We will start from very basic topic, what is measurement, why do we need measurement, what are distances. So let us start. So I'm starting with a very normal question. So the question is, can you name some places that you have visited during your summer vacations? You all are enjoying your summer vacations. So can you name some places in the chat box where you all go during your summer vacations? Yeah, right. Some of you are writing that you go to Delhi. Some of you are writing that you go to Mumbai and some other cities also, etc., etc., right? Okay, can you tell me how do you reach there? How do you reach Delhi? Or if you want to travel to Mumbai, how do you reach to Mumbai? You can write your answer in the chat box. Yeah, right. So we generally travel by using the airplanes. Generally, we use our cars or trains or even ships also. So, can you tell me how did people know how far they are traveling? Do you know how far is Delhi from your house? Or if you are traveling to your relatives, how far is their house from your house? So, right, to answer this question, you should need to know one term, and this term is known as distance. So, let us see what is the meaning of distance. So, basically, distance is the length of the space between 2 points, or you can say that how far a place or a thing is from a point is known as distance. So, in this picture, you can see there is a boy and there is a girl, and they are separated by a space. If we can measure this space by any means, then we can come to know what is the distance between them. And how we can measure this space, we can use different instruments like we can use a scale or we can use measuring tape also, right? So this is the meaning of distance. Let us take some questions or some examples, and similarly we will discuss and we will learn about distances. So I am making a box here. Here it is a box, and I'm asking you that here it is a man. So what is the distance of this box from this man? What is the distance of this box from this man? How are these two things separated from each other? So can you measure the space between this box? This is the box, and this is a man. The man is looking very funny right now, but anyways, let us continue. So if you can measure the space between this box and this man, you will come to know about the distance between the box and this man. Do you like this man? You can tell in the chat box. If you like this man, you can like the video also. So I will come to know that you like this man, or even you can subscribe. Okay, so let us take another example also. How wide is your notebook? So this is a question from you. How wide is your notebook? So you have to tell me how wide is your notebook using your hand span. You have to use your hand span and tell me how wide is actually your notebook is. If you don't know what is a hand span, then here is the photo of this hand span. You have to widely open your thumb and your last finger, and the distance between the thumb and the last finger is one hand span. So similarly, you have to calculate the length of your notebook. If you are having any small thread, you can use the thread. You can keep the thread once, then you can again keep the thread again after it is finished. After here the thread is finished, you can keep the same thread again. So similarly, you will tell that there is a 3 thread distance. The notebook is 3 threads wide, right? In this way, you can calculate. Similarly, you can use any stick if you have any small stick or a small pencil. You can keep your pencil, then you will again keep that pencil, and you will again keep that pencil. So you can say that the book is 3 pencils wide, right? You can say that the book is 3 pencils wide. Similarly, you can use another other things also, right? But there is a problem. There's a big problem if you are calculating the distances using the threads, the handspan, and the sticks. Can you guess the problem? What is the problem? There is the major problem, and it is a very serious problem. So, right, if you know the problem, then it is very good. If you don't know, then we are about to discuss the problem. The basic problem is uniformity. What is the basic problem? It is about uniformity. Uniformity means there will be difference in the measurement values. There will be the difference in measurement values. For example, suppose that you have measured your notebook and your friend have also measured the same notebook with the handspan, right? But but let's say that your hand is bigger than your friend's hand, right? So what will happen? The measurements, the values will be different for both of you, right? So this is the major problem. If we are measuring the values using our handspan or the stick or the thread or the pencil, the values will be different for different purpose, for different men and women. So to overcome this problem, some scientists have used some different methods, and these methods are known as measurements. So we will learn about this in the next slide. Let us see what do you mean by measurement. So measurement means to find out the size, amount or degree of something by comparing it with a standard is called measure. So this standard is very important, and the action of measuring is called measurement. So basically measure means to know the amount or the size or the degree of something. So when you hear this word measurement, I think all of you, uh, in your mind, you have clicked about your height, what is actually your height is, or some of you might be thinking about what is your weight when you hear this word measurement, right? So actually, the measurement is the calculation of some things, different things, and we can calculate these things by comparing them with some standard values. And we can use different instruments for measuring, like to measure the weight, we can use a measuring machine, weighing machine, or to measure the time, you can use stopwatch, right? So we were talking about this measurements. So when you are measuring something, when you are measuring some length, or when you are measuring the weight of something, or even if you are measuring your height, let's say your height is 153 centimeters, right? So in this example, 153, you can see there is a 153 is a number and this centimeter is a unit, right? So in every measurement, we can say that in every measurement there are two things. The one is the numerical value and the second one is the unit of quantity. And for the sake of uniformity, the scientists all over the world, they have developed an international system of units which are known as SI units, and we will learn about these units in the next slides, upcoming slides. So here we are discussing about the measurements and the values. So if you are measuring anything, there will be two things. The one will be the numerical value and the other will be the unit of quantity. So taking another example, if you are measuring your weight, and let's say that your weight is about 58 kgs. So what is 58 here? What does 58 represents? Yeah, right. This represents the numeric value. What does this represent? It represents the numerical value. And this kg, this is very important. This kg is the unit. What is this? It is the unit. So every measurement, remember that if you are measuring anything, your measurement should have these two things. Otherwise, your measurement will be incomplete, it will be incorrect, right? So for correct measurements, for proper measurements, you should write both of these things, numerical value along with the unit. So these are some standard units. So to measure the length, we have meters. Meter is the standard unit that we use to measure the length. Similarly, to measure the mass, we have kilograms. You can measure the mass in kilograms. This is the standard unit, and the last one is the seconds. Second is the standard unit to measure the time. You can measure time in hours or you can measure in minutes, but the standard unit is second. If you are measuring in hour or in minute, you have to convert the unit in the standard unit. So here are some different units also other than the SI units, and these are known as sub multiples, or we can say multiples of the basic units. So you must have heard about kilometers. When we travel, we see the milestones. There might you have seen that there is written that the city is about 25 kilometers away, or it is about 30 kilometers away. So what is 30 kilometer or just kilometer? Actually 1 kilometer is equals to 1000 meters, right? So if we are talking about 30 kilometers, then it means it is 30,000 meters away. Similarly, 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. So if you measure something, if you measure the so you are suppose that you are going to make a t-shirt, and you are having a cloth, and the length of that cloth is 8 meters. So what will be the length of the same cloth in centimeter? So that will be about 8. It will be, you have to multiply your 8 meter into 100, so it will be 800 centimeters, right? Similarly, 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeters. So if we take the previous example, if you are measuring the length of your notebook and it is coming to be 15 centimeters, so you can convert these 15 centimeter into millimeter also. Just you have to multiply this centimeters with 10, and it will be converted into millimeters. So what will be the answer? If we multiply this 15 with 10, we will get 150 millimeters. So 150 millimeters, or you can say 15 centimeters, both are correct, but the units are different. The centimeter is a bigger unit, the millimeter is a smaller unit, right? So there are some questions for you. You have to practice these questions. We will discuss the answers of these questions in the next upcoming videos. The first question is, you have to convert 23 meter into centimeters. So again, this is very easy. In 1 meter, there are 100 centimeters. Similarly, you can convert 23 meters into centimeter. Then the next question is 155 centimeter. You have to convert 155 centimeter into meters. So here you have to divide. Here you have to divide it, right? The next is 250 kilometers. So you have to convert 250 kilometers into meters. We know that in 1 kilometer, how many meters are there? Yeah, right. There are 1000 meters. So similarly, you have to convert 250 kilometers. So you just have to multiply this. You can find it easily. So all right, this is all for today. Thank you for having this video. You can share the video with your friends, and you can like the video. You can subscribe the channel. And in the upcoming videos, we will learn about motion. We will learn about more about measurements. We will learn about different type of motions. So stay connected with us. Thank you for watching.